What is going on, my good and nerdy people? It is your boy, King Cunt, here at the Nerd Underground. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button on the stream because tonight we got a good one tonight. Yo, we got to talk about Loki episode 2 because Loki episode 1 was absolutely wild. The theories went crazy, but Loki episode 2, bruh, I think it's about to get crazier. We're about to get some answers. I'm hella hyped for that. We got to talk about the things that's been going down with these Disney Plus shows. I'm talking Daredevil getting rebooted. Some of the things we're hearing about Agatha. Some of the things we're hearing about Ironheart with their release dates being far, far, far out. Got to get into that. And of course, my favorite part of the show, at least one of my favorite parts of the show, is getting down to the rundown with my man's Justin, as always, in the building. Best co-host on YouTube. What is happening, brother? How you doing, my man?
What it do, man? What it do? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Chilling out here, chilling on these streets. How about you?
I'm out here chilling. As well. I can't say that. I've been working my ass off. That's why we're going so late, bro. Because damn, like it has been.
Wait, you frozen? Wait, you frozen?
I am frozen? Nah, this can't be. I'm plugged in.
You sound clear as hell. Like you sound like you are clear, but
I'm frozen.
Your video is frozen.
That's wild. Let me see.
What's up, Vinny? How are you?
Yo, that's crazy.
Mr. Griffin, how are you? Brooke, what's up?
Hey, yeah, hold me down real quick.
Hold it down real quick. What's up, guys? How are y'all? Cancel the BS. Hey, look, you might be on to something. You might be on to something. Like, there's a few things that definitely might need to go. But hey, look. If there's any way they can soften the blow a little bit and release them all at once, if they are not going to just cancel some of them, release them all at once. That's what they need to do. That's what they definitely need to do. Imaging.
Yo, we are slowly but surely getting.
Look, Chad, bear with us. We're figuring things out. We're fine, okay? We are fine. Real quick, let's while he's getting situated real quick. Tomorrow, Loki, the episode 2 drops. All right, we are doing a watch party here. Okay, I think it's what 8 o'clock, 8:30 EST or something like that. No, 8 o'clock EST, something like that. I don't know. I'll be here though. I'll be here when my boy Kendall gets back. He'll let you know the exact time. But come through, hang out with us, watch the movie with us. 9 Eastern. Thank you, T-Rev. All right. Yeah, I forget half the time, bro. I'm Central Time. So I don't remember that stuff. It's hard for me to convert, even though it's like an hour. It just screws me up a little bit. But what's up, guys? How are y'all doing? Welcome. 9 Eastern, I believe. Okay. Stored behind Ironheart actually sounds interesting. Just concerned with the yeah. Look, man. I'm sure
here,
we're gonna get into
here.
it. Dude, what's going on?
Hold on, I'm here, but I'm not here.
You need to end and come back because you should be able to end and come back and not have the stream just completely go. Okay. But yeah, with Ironheart, man, look.
Come on, camera.
There's some cool things with Ironheart, but it's like,
yo, I feel like after this, because I mean, we've been talking this whole time, bro. We've been talking this whole time on
bro. That's
screen,
weird.
And I feel like after this, I gotta have this conversation with the camera and be,
You might need to smack up the camera a little bit. Just
Yeah.
beat it up a little bit, and
Yeah, I restarted it. I cut it on. And like, bro, we got fucking Trev in the building and it's
yeah,
doing this shit. We got Trev in
got
the building and it's fucking no. Hold
we got a little bit of people. Get your shit together, man. Come on. Phonize that. Wait. Fonzie that shit is the term. Hey man, look. The thing is too is I actually liked the character of Ironheart in which did I though? I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to y'all, but look, Riri Williams, the actress, she's a beautiful woman. Let's just put it that way, all right? But can I live without that character? Probably. Yeah, probably. Show from the late 70s and 80s. Yeah, okay. You're okay. Look, I'm a 90s baby. I don't know that. No rush. Yeah, no rush, but like, yeah, we figured. Look, it's weird because his camera and everything was working until he hit. Well, no, it was working when he was live too. When he hit live, worked for like 2 minutes. So he might need to actually like cancel, like turn off. You might need to turn off the stream and then connect before he ends the stream on YouTube. So we'll see. We'll get to it. We'll be fine. I think he's actually not even in here though.
you mean to tell me I've been talking this whole time?
Yeah, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to try one other thing. I turned it off, turned it back on. My computer's recognizing that it's connected, but its StreamYard is still saying that I don't have anything connected. So give me 1 second.
All right. You're fine. Who's the villain for Ironheart? For the Ironheart show, some guy from another dimension. Right? I actually have no idea. I've honestly heard nothing yet about Ironheart except that, you know, I mean, it doesn't pique. If we're gonna be real, it just doesn't pique my interest to go like search out information about that. That's the problem. That just doesn't pique my interest to go out and look for what's going on with Ironheart. You know. Sacha Baron, that's correct. That's right. Play Mephisto. Mephisto. Look, man, we've been talking about Mephisto for like how freaking long now? So just bring it. Just bring it on. Just bring it on at this point. What's up, Daniel? The Hood and Mephisto. Okay. Are y'all good with that though? Like, look. Well, dude, how we've been talking about Mephisto since WandaVision. That's what 2 years ago now. It's crazy. Tony Stark sold Avengers Tower. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, that's right. So is the big boss and the mini boss. So it could be good. And we're gonna get into it in a little bit once he gets back. But like, what's up?
It's just literally just not registering my camera source.
Did you like exit all the way out of StreamYards?
Yeah. Can you hold it down for like 2 more minutes and I'm gonna reset my computer?
Yeah, that's fine. Mephisto confirmed. Hey man, look, if I'm a little tired of the Mephisto confirmed thing, man. Look, we've been saying Mephisto confirmed for literally 2 years, 2.5 years. Did your cam overheat? Look, no, his cam didn't overheat. He's not on that Josh shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, Josh. Look, man. Look, actually, he might be on that lower. It does make sense to me for Mephisto. Look, it would make sense though for look, I'm down for Mephisto. We thought Mephisto was gonna be creeping in that early, and there's I want to say there's like actually signs of him in there, but like how long are we gonna prolong the inevitable? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem too with like I wish they could learn a way to do these TV show these I guess they're still counted as TV shows even though they're only on Disney Plus in a way that is like consistent with other TV shows that would also coincide with the Marvel universe. And what I mean by that is I wish they would freaking figure out a way to where there's a release, like a season every year. You know, like regular TV. I wish they had a way to do it to where they had a season every year. It irritates the hell out of me that they don't have one to where it's, dude, we waited 2 years. We waited 2 years for Loki. Like, and if these numbers like if these numbers are true, like where it's not performing well, bro, it's because people lost interest over the freaking 2 years that we had to wait for Loki to come out. And the thing is, this season, like that first episode was incredible. So, they need to get out their own way. They just need to get out their own way. But how long have we been saying that about Disney products lately? You know what I'm saying? You got to stop wasting so much time. Yeah, they need that right there. So that's why when we're kind of talking about it earlier, like need to cancel some shit. We need to cancel some shit. Like it's this useless stuff that they're producing is just kind of, not only is it a buzzkill to the damn fandom, but it's like, come on, bro. Why are y'all holding out? They couldn't carry
back
through the shows.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Are you good?
Back.
Let's go. W.
We are back.
W.
Enjoyed that. Look, this is why this is the best co-host on YouTube. If you enjoyed that time of just my man Justin sitting here showing off his gift of gab, you can go over there and subscribe to my man at Justified MF, where he streams over there more than I do. He streams,
I stream quite a bit.
Yeah. So, with that being said, go over there and subscribe to my man's. Justin, drop the link in there if you got it on. You can go ahead and drop the link in there. I didn't.
It'll be in there momentarily. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It'll be in there momentarily. But look, as I was saying though, before the camera so rudely interrupted me, man, this has been one of those days, bro. It's just literally been one of those days. A long day of work. Come in here, get yourself ready. You're all done. You're all ready to go, and then God dog it just like freezes on you for no reason, bro. It happens. It happens. But anyway,
it does.
As I was saying,
difficulties suck.
As I was saying, Loki season 2, bro. I mean, Loki episode 2, dog. I want to get into where we're headed with this with this episode because we have all of these questions. Like for me, the biggest question that was coming out of it was one, who pruned Loki, and I think we answered that pretty quickly. 2, what is this time loop that we seem to be on? And you'll get into it a little bit later, Justin, as to calling me out on something I might have said, might or might not have said on Twitter. It's still a legend. I ain't seen
it's
no
not
proof
a legend.
Of it yet.
It's not a legend.
Look, I can go see the proof,
seconds.
but I'm not gonna go like put myself under there like that. You can send it to me, but I'm not gonna go seek it out.
I got a new phone, so I can find it quick.
I'm not gonna go seek it out. What's going on, Tommy Collins? How's it going, bro? You can have a shout out. What is going on, Tommy?
But look, Toby, not Tommy.
Toby. But look, hey, look, either way, this episode, I think it's going to be another banger, bro. Like, I think we're going to get things wrapped up. Let me ask you, what's the biggest question you have with this episode?
First of all, holy shit.
First ever fucking super chat in the building, Trev.
Oh my God.
Damn, bro.
You're too nice.
Bro, it hits, dog. I appreciate you, bro. Like, certified no OG nerd venger, somebody who I truly respect. I respect all of his nerdy opinions because it's some people on the internet that could just say some shit on under comments. But if Trev says some shit, he knows his shit. And
True.
I remember watching Trev back on when he hopped on the community streams back in the Den of Nerds, like way back before I even felt comfortable hopping on like a community stream or whatever. So man, Trev, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate it. And damn sure gonna share with my bud here because he held me down. So look, I appreciate it, dog. I definitely appreciate it, and it's a pleasure having you here, bro. It's a pleasure having you here. I'm gonna keep that up for a while, but dog, what's your biggest question? And I'm gonna see if I can answer. What's the biggest question you have, or what's the biggest question that you're hoping we get answered in this episode?
I mean, it's not really who pruned him because I'm pretty sure that was Loki from the future. But honestly, I'll be completely honest. I'm really curious to see what's going on with Sylvie, man. Like,
yeah,
that might be a unpopular opinion, but I'm actually
That's
kind
what
of
we're gonna
curious to
get.
see what's going on with her, bro.
You're interested to see what we're gonna get with? Look, that's what we're gonna get, bro. Like this whole episode, I think is gonna be told through Sylvie's lens. And my thought, I think that's a perfect way to start this off because my whole thought of this episode is that we're going to be following through Sylvie because we end the episode with Sylvie opening the door and she's like, "There you are, right?" Well, how the hell did she get to this point? And we can talk about the loop. You know what I mean? And I think the loop is what he's still stuck on. So if you think about how the loop works, in order for Sylvie to be looking for Loki, or to be, if Loki is the one who pruned him, in order for Sylvie to be looking for Loki in the future, they have to understand like there has to be some loop shit going on. That Loki in the future has to know that he has to do that. So I think they're there on some different type shit, bro. Like I don't even think they're there to prune this Loki. I do think that they're gonna be there. I do think Loki's gonna be there. It's like, you know what, I gotta do this thing. And he goes and does it just like on some side mission type shit. But I do think we're gonna get to that whole point following it. So you're smiling. Did you send me the proof?
Yep.
You sent me the proof.
I sent it to you a text. I can send it to you on Twitter.
Just send it to me on Twitter.
I got you. Look, I got you.
Way to pull it up. That'd be the easiest way to pull it up, and that'd be the perfect segue into the loop theory. But yo, my expectations for episode 2 are high. I do expect for it to be a fun episode and get these things answered. Do you remember the early reviews for this show? They said episodes 1. They for some reason put out 4 episodes, and some of the reviews was like episodes 1 and 2 were like a continuation of season 1, and then we shift gears in episodes 3 and 4. So to me, that means we're going to get a lot of answers, bro.
And that seems like since off of seeing the first one, I feel like that's a very accurate statement there because I actually really love that they straight up continued off from the first season.
They had to.
So,
but I mean, they could have, and you can think about it, they could have waited for forever, right? Like they could have waited for the whole entire season on whether or not. Here we go. I'm curious as to whether Kang is going to, maybe not episode 2, or if he does, maybe at the end. I am curious to see how this episode comes to an end, Justin, because I don't want it to end with them just pruning Loki. Like I do want it to end a bit further. So with that being said, like I would like for it to end with them understanding that they have to go on the search for He Who Remains, or for Victor Timely, someone who can mend the time loom, because that's what they're going to be trying to do, is find a way to mend the time loom. So that is something that I'm looking forward to seeing. Is just, I don't know if we're going to get in this episode.
With that being said, I could see them leaving off episode 2 with where that end credit scene. In what is it, Quantum Mania? I could see them leaving off this episode with them over there finding Victor Timely where we saw them. I could see them doing that.
That could be possible. And I could also see them ending it with Ravonna Renslayer too, like with her being there in that search. So maybe we don't see Kang. Maybe we don't see Kang. Maybe it's like the thing where she's there, like, and it's like a tease for her. Like, yeah, it is like the late 1800s, and it could be like a tease for us.
Yeah, I can see that.
What's going on, C-Dub? What's going on, C-Dub? Marvel TikTok. Yo, and the Marvel TikToks have been crazy, and I think this is going to be the perfect segue into the loop theory, because there was a Marvel TikTok about a time loop. Miss Minutes explains the time loop. Now, it might be a little bit different than the time loop that we about to discuss, but Miss Minutes does discuss how a time loop can last for like 400 to 500 years. And if you equate that with what OB said about something about not seeing Mobius for like 400 to 500 years, something, OB referenced 400 to 500
So
years.
is Mobius even Obi? Is Obi even in? Dude, that's so freaking weird because he was literally in the time loop, but he's not getting his mind erased.
I think that's hard to say. I don't think that's the case.
He's not getting his mind erased.
How far back did Loki go when he met OB? I think he went back. We don't know. My first thought was that Loki went back to meet OB back in like when we see him with that Ravana stuff, right? Like when he goes back and he's there and he sees the tank statue and he sees Ravana. That's where I'm thinking he goes back to. But is it possible that he goes back further?
I think there's a reason why he remembers Morbius and Morbius doesn't remember him.
So you think it's because of that? You think he survives the loop?
I think he's either surviving the loop or he might have a little something to do with the shit going on. Because look, this might be far-fetched, but it was a little weird how like he was not willing to give any sort of time to Loki to come back.
Well,
like, he was immediately pushing that shit.
His mission. No, I don't think that was weird. I don't think that part was weird. I think he's pushing his mission. Like I think like he had regret of doing that. I don't think that was weird because I think at the end of the day he wants the TVA to survive. Just like all of the rest of them. But what I do think is possible is that it could even be explained that he's at a different point. Like when you go down the whole elevator to go all the way down to where his office is, it might be unaffected by the reset. Let's talk about it though, because it does feel like it's been 400 to 500 years. Maybe the reset isn't a complete reset. And this is where we get into the time loop situation. So with that being said, the time loop is absolutely real. And I've said it the time loop is something that is, the time loop is real. The TVA is stuck on it. I'm going to take Justin's face off. Look, there's no doubt in my mind that the time loop is real and it's created by he who remains. That might not have always been my thought, but it's been my thought for a while after watching it. Wasn't. But now that I'm even looking at this tweet, Justin, it's not even, that's not what I'm meaning. That's not what I mean. All right. Let me say this. I'm gonna take a guess and say Loki, future Loki, prune Loki, and then you can read your line right there.
Yo, does that mean they're in a time loop?
Nah, I think they broke the loop with what they did. But we will see Loki and Sylvie get it together and make it happen in episode 2. So what that means is there was a loop in my mind. And I think it's just a little mistranslation because I do think the loop is give you that. I do think the loop is still broken. And broken in the sense of can I cook for a little bit?
Yeah, you can cook.
All right. So look, let's explain this time loop. I want to break it down and explain it like a vinyl record. If you've seen the short, you know where I'm headed with this. When you think about a vinyl record and how it goes, you start the record at the end of the record right here. Like you got the endpoint at the end of it. And it's a circle. And the way that it plays is that it rotates and you have a needle that continues to rotate on the place and rotates and gets further in, then it stops. However, you can pick up that needle and put that bitch on repeat as many times as you want to and hear the exact same album. Now, there was one thing that can fuck that up. Justin, you know how you're a little bit younger than me. Are you hip to what can fuck up a vinyl album?
No, I'm not. So you're just gonna have to explain it to me.
One thing that can fuck up a vinyl album is if your mama playing that shit in the living room and she's playing it and you run around and you bump into that album, the needle could cause a scratch across the album. So when you think about having a vinyl album, say you got your like shit, how can I do? Fuck. There we go. So you got your like so you got this your vinyl album, you get scratched across the vinyl album. What that does is when it comes across when the pen comes back across that point, it could cause it to skip, it could cause it to go to a different point. It F's up the entire album.
Okay.
That's Loki. That's the TBA. So Loki is the scratch. Loki has scratched the reset. Loki, his decision, the things that Loki has done at the end of season 1, the things that Loki is going to be doing. Loki is the reset. Loki is the scratch there, right? So he scratched up across the whole TVA timeline. He Who Remains plans. What we're witnessing is we're at the point. He Who Remains death was always that reset. He Who Remains death was when he would die. It would be the end of that period, and Ravana Renslayer would get this mission to go back to this version of to a younger version of He Who Remains to create the TVA, and that's that reset of that mission there. And the time loom gets the time loom gets put back in place, everything gets rebuilt, and it's a continuous cycle. The time loom overloads, it gets reset by He Who Remains. The time loom overloads when He Who Remains dies, and then Ravana Renslayer goes back in time and they get it reset in this time loop. And it's a continuous loop that doesn't end. So if you can think about what Miss Min said about it being 400 to 500 years of what a time loop lasts as, when you think about things that OB said, to me, that makes it very similar. Now, I'm not saying that this is exactly how the time loop, but to me, this is the best way to kind of explain how Loki could be a scratch on that loop and be going from time when he was time slipping, be going from different points in the time. Because it's, when you think about it too, it's kind of all happening, it's all there to happen at the same time, but the needle is just in one place. So that's my thought. Did that make sense?
Yes, but there's what trips me up is how, say it is him that pruned him. That loop can't be broken then, no?
So what they did was fix the scratch. When they did that thing to stop him from time slipping.
Okay. So he was the scratch when he was time slipping. Okay.
When he was time slipping.
Okay.
He was the scratch. However, I don't think it's like a complete type of fix because you still have
a patch job.
Yeah, it's not a complete fix because you still have like the marks in the TVA. Like the reset is already effed up.
Okay. I got
Loki
you.
being scrubbed. Exactly, Trev. Exactly. Well, Loki not being scrubbed in season 1 is an oncoming variable to the loop. Exactly. And Loki being variant is caused by the Avengers. Exactly. And that's exact. And you know what? Even down to He Who Remains, that's exactly what He Who Remains wanted. When you think about it, He Who Remains wanted this variant of Loki to be out there. He Who Remains wanted this variant to go out. So, with that being said, if this loop is in place, do you think this loop, Justin, could expand out to the MCU?
I mean, it'd have to. I feel like the things that it would be weird to say if it's already in action. You know what I'm saying? Like if this has had something to do with like what's gone down in No Way Home or something like that, because of the variables that are already in play. It's just another end that they gotta actually, finally tie up and connect together at some point.
I'm definitely interested in like what this means for the end because I do think there's going to be a way that they end up getting the time loom to work for the multiverse. And to me, that's what that means is because Loki is going to come to this decision. Like, this is going to be one of my favorite parts of the show, is that Loki is going to end up coming to the decision to want to fight for the multiverse.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to end up with Loki. You see Loki in episode 1 come back, and he's like, maybe He Who Remains was right. Maybe we messed up. Maybe it should have been this one.
That was a big takeaway too.
To go from there to go to say the argument that B-15 was fighting for, the argument for them to not prune timelines because their lives are being lived and they're pruning lives, and which to me is a little bit of a like, bruh, y'all knew y'all was killing lives this whole entire time. Like, don't act woke
it's like
now.
Nothing was different.
Nothing's
Y'all were
different.
kidnapping
You just
people
found
then.
out. Yeah, you just found out you was on Earth. So you find out you pruning other versions of yourself. So now it's a problem. But I'm gonna leave that to the side. That argument, I'm gonna leave that to the side. But that argument that they're making is going to be so relevant to Loki, because now Loki is going to say he's going to join that argument, and not only that, he's going to lead the TVA to that path. And that's where that explains the TVA on TVA action with them fighting. Now, I am glad that I don't think that lady is an older version of Sylvie. I hope that's not the case. I'm praying to God that's not the case.
That's
I would just
weird,
like
bro.
another version.
I was listening to what Josh was saying, and I'm like, if that's the case, bro, that's a weak ass writing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been reported out there. Now, the thing is, and this might be the perfect segue, if that's been reported out there and that was the case, and if they changed it, this might answer the question. Does Marvel know they are mid right now? But anyway, let me look at the comments real quick before we get into that conversation, because I think they know. It's the best. I'm gonna save it. So let's get to this conversation. He said, "Damn, Dodgers are just fall up." What's going on, CW? He said, "Damn, Dodgers just full on melting down right now." Hey, that's why you had to come here, bro. That's why I fuck with you coming here, dog.
Baseball. We talk about baseball.
He's talking about baseball. Loki have He Who Remains temp pad, allowing him to do things that normal TVAs can't. Yeah, I gotta go back. Like, does he have look? I don't remember if they grabbed his temp pad or not, because I do remember when He Who Remains put his temp pad down, it looked like it powered off. So, like, I don't know, did they grab it? Because I thought they already. I thought they had a temp pad. I thought they just straight up had one.
They grabbed it, but I didn't think I know Loki don't have it.
Okay.
If anybody, Sylvie has it.
Sylvie.
Because and my thing is too, I need to go watch it again too then. But I mean, I feel like he would have more control over the whole situation of being sent back if he would have had it. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe him being sent back does have some, because his shit wasn't really a temp pad. His shit was like a time machine.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So if Loki went back with that could have fucked shit up.
Yeah, but possibly. I think he would know he has it on him at this point.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd be time slipping like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I guess
what'd you say?
I guess my correlation right now is that it's like that thing that he had is kind of like the thing in Spider-Verse. I feel like he wouldn't be doing all that glitching shit.
Yeah. The needle. It is the needle, bro. Like, dog. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's the perfect way to explain it. Of it being a vinyl. Like,
needle.
And dog, when you think about it, that shot in the trailers with Sylvie. She's in the album. Like, she's got albums behind her, bro. And like when that shot in the trailer when everything's turning into spaghetti, that vinyl record is turning into spaghetti. Wouldn't it just be crazy? You know how Kang loves technology, right? Wouldn't it just be crazy if all those albums that was back there, like, you're thinking you're looking at albums, you're actually looking at different time loops that he could just put on and play? That would be
that'd be cool.
That'd be too hard, bro. That would be too hard. Like, bruh.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that though. They ain't gonna do that.
That's too hard. That's too hard. They ain't gonna do that shit. They ain't gonna do it.
Old Marvel would, but old Marvel would. You know, they're different now. You know.
Hey, but anyway, will Loki not be okay? We went over that. Well said. I appreciate it. I want to hear some more about the time loom. Let's talk about the time loom. Temp loom. It's actually the temp loom. It's obviously created by Victor Tomley. That's one of the most obvious things out there. But again, they're trying to make adjustments. So my biggest type of we've heard out there one thing that Kane, we're going to see nice Canes, we're going to see mean Canes out there. So what is Victor Tomley? Is Victor Tomley going to be working with Ravana, working with Loki? Because my whole thought is like Ravana's trying to find he who remains. I mean, Ravana's trying to find Victor Tomley to probably either capture him or kill him, in my mind, because they know that Loki and the TVA are going after them to adjust the time loop. So, like, I'm kind of on the bandwagon of like this is going to be like kind of a race to get to Victor Tomley. I think Victor Tomley is going to want to make it a multiversal loom, and they're going to have to try to stop Ravana and Kane from making that happen because Ravana is going to be working with Kane to try and stop the Council of Kings from coming back because that's ultimately what's going to.
Do we think Victor Timely is a good one or nah?
I'm thinking he may be. I'm thinking that he may be a good one. Like that would be the twist in this. I don't know if I like the twist.
I feel like the twist would be is he's an evil one. He seems pretty damn innocent. Like even in the
that though. You think that's the twist? See, I would expect him to be bad. Like I would just expect him to not be maybe like one of those kings, like a Mortis or. But I would like he's just not in that form. He put on a front, is what I expected at first.
Well, remember in that cut scene, well, in the post credit scene, Morbius is like, this guy, he seems harmless or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, he'll probably have the most friendly type vibe ever, and then boom, he's gonna slit their throat and that's the end of the show, you know.
I don't know. I feel like he's more of an inventor, so I could see him wanting to be like, I created this loom to not just do one timeline, but to do multiple ones and control multiple timelines. That to me is where he's at, and to me that creates the conflict because Ravana can be on the side of working for Kang and trying to stop this from happening because let's best believe they know what's going down now after what Loki did in the past. Yeah, like, they know their loop is messed up. So Ravana is going to be brought into action here to try and stop Loki and them from doing what they're doing. Now I'm trying to remember if I remember seeing shots of Ravana with Loki and Kang, like if there's going to be a time where Ravana turns or what have you, because Ravana always turns on Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's interesting. But yeah, my thoughts on the time loom is, like I said, it is that reset. Like the time loom always overloads, and then this mission gets put in place to help it be reset. That's my thought on the time loom. But it's interesting, dog.
It's not like it was an end game.
An Ender's Game. I ain't seen Ender's Game. That's way too cool to be real. Yeah, it is way too cool to be real. Is Victor Tomley He Who Remains? I don't think so. I don't think they sounded like I went back and listened to it. I don't think they sounded like at all.
That cadence is way different.
Yeah, it's way off. Like I don't think he's He Who Remains. I just do think he's one of those that He Who Remains might have worked with or something of that sort that created the time loom. But like I said, I think He Who Remains is Kang the Conqueror. That to me, that's it. Like I think He Who Remains is Kang the Conqueror, and we're about to see what we're seeing here.
I'm pretty sold on it too. So.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is Kang the Conqueror getting kicked out of the TVA, getting exiled. He wasn't in the Council of Kings to my mind. He's getting exiled. All thanks to Loki.
Yeah, his irresponsibleness, or that's probably not how it's said, but yeah, y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I do think he's a different one. I wonder how many new Loki variants we'll see this season. I hope not many. Like I'm over that. Like I want to just focus.
Yeah, we kind of got our taste in that that end credit scene.
Is Ravana working with He Who Remains or a different Kang? No, it's He Who Remains Kang. It's He Who Remains that's going to eventually be Council. Eventually be Kang the Conqueror. Y'all still talking about the baseballs? I was expecting to come off mad crazy, boy. Yeah. Oh, y'all still talking about baseball?
But it's in playoff time, so
it is playoff time. If there's ever a time to be interested in baseball, is right now.
I'm only ever interested in baseball during playoff time. So.
But look, remember what I was talking about way before we got to these comments about whether or not, you know, they made these changes intentionally because they knew how things were going to go down.
Yeah.
Let's talk
It'd
about
be
it.
something.
Let's talk about it because we got to talk about this Daredevil news. This Daredevil news that dropped today about it pretty much getting reset. Y'all, you still talking about records? We ain't still talking about records. We ain't still talking about records. Y'all, speaking of records, you don't want to talk about records in baseball. I tell you that. You don't want to talk about records in baseball. You don't want to talk about World Series championships in baseball because that shit is fucked. That shit is fucked. Y'all don't know what to celebrate. Look, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Look, we don't want to go there because we're talking about this right here. Daredevil being reset, dropping the writers. Look, on the surface, chat, let me know. Is it an L or a dub? Justin, L or a dub?
I want to say it's a W. Because hopefully this means they're seeing like, hey, there's a trend that we're following in this that we should not be, you know, and that this means going forward they're about to change some shit up. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping this is positive changes coming through, and it reads for the future, you know, like some good things that hopefully are going to be enacted in the future.
It's definitely a dub for me. Because, bruh, I don't care how long I gotta wait. You need to just give us quality. You need to give us what we need. And if you were gonna do a show that, like, if there's one Marvel show that everybody fucking knows and loves, it's Daredevil. If there's one Marvel live action show that everybody loves, that everybody's like been excited to come back to see again, it's Daredevil. If they were about to do anything less than an A on this Daredevil series, they were about to fuck up everything. They were about to reach the point of no return. So this right here, bro, this right here to me is the perfect signal. This right here to me is like the perfect sign, the perfect move that they are paying attention, that they are listening, and that they know what the fuck is going on, and they're going to try and fix it. That to me, it says everything. That to me is perfect. That to me is like what you want to see as a fan. It's not overtly coming out and saying we have a problem. It's not overtly coming out and putting out the show anyway and saying we're going to fix it in the future. They're going to say, we know we put in the work here and this is not what we like. It's not what we matches. It's not what you deserve. So we saw
and then what T-Rev said, I mean, is literally doubled down in that first comment that's right above right under your post your reply. Bring in the Netflix. Yeah, like y'all have some groundwork already set for you. So it's like, come on. So
exactly, they had the groundwork set, and I'm not saying they had to bring in the Netflix clue. I don't think that's not what you're saying either. It's just, you know, you got to bring that certain vibe, you got to bring that certain element, and you got to bring, you know, the shit they were saying about this show, bro. Like they were saying that you're gonna have a bunch of episodes without him in the Daredevil suit. You know, they were saying like it's gonna be focused heavy on the lawyer aspect. You know, that's what they were saying about this show.
I want to be shocked, but this is the same company. Well, it's Disney, that the same people that were gonna have a Kenobi show where Kenobi is only gonna be in the last 5 minutes. So,
it's the same people that made She-Hulk. That was
same people that made She-Hulk.
That was gonna be a She-Hulk move. Now, what that means for the future, like you said, like this is good shit for the future here, bro. You got people like Ike Perl. I mean, you got people like Bob Iger coming out here saying not too long ago, like they're going to step back off on the cultural war type stuff. He's like, I think people got confused of what cultural stuff is, cultural issues is, and what political issues are, and they're taking a step back on that. That's one W to me in the book because you're focusing on stories, and then two, you're coming back to where you're looking at just scrapping everything you did. And that's just a signal for them being smarter, bro. For them understanding what you have to do with these shows. Like, it's not movies. And I love it, dog. That's how they should have done She-Hulk. That is exactly how they should have done She-Hulk.
And that's how I thought She-Hulk was gonna be, bro.
Yeah. That's exactly how they should have done She-Hulk. and have her fighting in court, have her fighting outside of court, actually have her fucking fighting.
I was
I'll
very,
watch it
I
for
don't know.
you.
I don't remember if you were, but like I was very excited for She-Hulk when it first
I was,
was,
dude.
right
I
before
was
it came
head over
out.
heels for it, bro.
Even that first episode, I was like, all right, we're cooking a little bit.
The first
Let's see,
episode
let's
good.
see, let's
I was
see.
like, they didn't put my man's Bruce down that bad. Like, this don't seem that woke of a show. Like,
Oh,
I'm kind of fine with it. And then, dog,
it just kept going on and
and
on,
dog, and
and
then like episode 3, I was like, yo, this is some shit. Even episode 2, I was all right with. But then
yeah, me
episode
too,
3 came, but I
me
was
too.
like, and then I was looking forward to Daredevil. It was like, oh God. And then damn,
Yeah,
Kevin. No.
I can't believe they did that too with Kevin.
I can't believe they did that too. But again, big fucking deal here. It's a big effing deal here because it's a signal that things are on the brighter path. Look, it gets down, it gets dark. Man, it was a dark time before we got to Loki, bro.
It
And
was.
I feel like it's gonna be a dark time when we get down to March. Here's the thing: do they know they're mid? To me, this is an example of yes.
Yes.
Do they know they're mid? This is the second project. I know Blade's just been going through his shit already, but if they were looking at Blade and to say, nah, we gotta find a way to make this shit relevant, that's possible. They say, nah, we don't got time to just do another Eternals type of shit with this. Like we actually, or like if it was gonna end up being a nightmare, what was it called? What's that special called? Werewolf by Night. If it's gonna end up being
Werewolf,
the movie
yeah,
version of Werewolf by Night, where it's just pretty much inconsequential up to this point, then
exactly.
they realize that no, we can't do this shit no more. So to me, I think what people have been speculating as far as saying we just have to get past this point. We just have to get there. I think
Yeah,
that's a good signal. What does this mean for when that point is? I don't know.
that's like what they were saying earlier in chat. Like it's what damage is going to be done by the time we get there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff we think is coming out is going to be pretty damn mid. Like it's like let's be real. Who can really stomach another secret invasion?
I can't. But
I can't either.
Here's the thing: nobody's gonna know Echo's coming out. They should drop What If at the same time as Echo. I don't give a damn. They should have dropped Echo at the same time as Loki. Like fuck it.
No,
Fuck it, bro. Like nobody's gonna watch. Like to me, like drop. I know it's wrong to say drop it at the same time. Like that's absolutely wrong. And I know that doesn't make business sense. But at the same time, you don't want people watching this show.
Yeah, but I'm also like, I would just not promote it and just drop it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drop it. I wouldn't drop it at the same time as Loki though, because let Loki soak in everybody's brains for a little bit every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would tear down the Loki hype. You're right about that.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to find every way to bury this shit in the shadows. and here's the thing: if you dropped it on like Loki week 2, and like you get the hype from Loki episode 1, you drop this shit on like week 2, and then by the time you drop Loki episode 3, like it's everybody done forgot about it by now. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you
exactly.
drop it at the premiere, you drop it in like the middle of the season, so then it gives you time to be like, you share the conversation for 1 week, and then
and then I just don't think you want it anywhere near Loki, bro. That's my thing. I don't think you want it anywhere near.
And it wouldn't be fair. It just wouldn't be fair in this world.
Nah, bro.
It wouldn't be fair. It would not be fair. It just wouldn't. But yeah, dog. Like, so we got to get through Echo. The Marvels are gonna Marvel it up. Okay. It's probably gonna it's not gonna be a Love and Thunder. It's not gonna be a Quantumania, hopefully. I have no doubt. Look, it's not gonna be a Love and Thunder. Nia DaCosta is not Taika Waititi. Look, it is not gonna be it's not gonna be Love and Thunder. The best case scenario, it's not gonna be the same style, but the best case scenario is that it gets received like Eternals. Actually, the best case scenario, it gets received like Black Widow. If people consider Black Widow as like a
Uh,
B movie,
yeah, okay.
movie,
If that's not bad, if that's what it gets,
yeah,
because I'm probably, well, everyone knows I have a huge simp ass crush for my girl Scarlett Johansson. But look, Black Widow wasn't that bad. It's definitely watchable. And Ram Booty. Thank you. Somebody said it. Woo!
Tiana Paris is just a phenomenal actress, by the way, too. Like I know that said a lot. The Ram Booty thing is said a lot, but she is a phenomenal actress. If you haven't watched Who Cloned Tyrone, like that's one of my favorite things to see her in. She's absolutely great in that show. I haven't seen her in Ballers, but I heard I should. It's a Ballers. No, it's not Ballers. Survivor's Remorse.
I was about to say she's in Ballers.
No, she's in Survivor's Remorse, the LeBron show. But yeah, like I think that cast is too. I think that's a good cast. Like even with Brie Larson, I'm just fans of the two. I'm fans of the thing, man.
Brie Larson's not that bad. It's just she says so much stupid shit that just is like
so much air out of it. She sucks.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and low-key, never mind. I'm not gonna say that on stream.
so look, we got to get through. I expect What If to be fire. I expect What If to be fire, and I don't expect a lot of people to watch it. I expect the people who watch What If to enjoy it. Like I don't think people are gonna watch What If to not enjoy it because they're not gonna understand. So that's one W. So you know we got Echo, the Marvels against What If until you get to Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So we can make it a Deadpool.
That's 3. Not a bad. Yeah, that's not a it on paper isn't a terrible list.
And at the same time, when you think about the number of leaks that's going to be coming out for Secret Wars, you think about the number of hype train things that are going to be happening leading up to that point.
Yeah.
That's good. But then you get, we think we're out of Sunshines and Roses, but then you get, damn, this is not where I wanted to be. Damn it, get here. Then you get shit like this. Agatha. Here's the release dates. You got September 29, 2024, Agatha. It don't even got the name. It's just called Agatha. It's just called Agatha.
Dude, bro.
Dude, go ahead, sound off on it, bro.
Look, and the thing is I love that actress. I forget her name right now, even though I say I love her. But she's a great actress who plays Agatha. Yes.
Catherine Hahn.
But it's like, bro, like, this is another use. Like, we're not gonna have Wanda in this, and if we do, we're gonna have Wanda for what, 5 seconds?
5 seconds.
So it's like
5 seconds, bro.
This would be a dub. I would be more open to this show if there was gonna be a little bit more Wanda. Well, not even a little bit. If it was literally a sequel, well, the season 2 of WandaVision.
Nail on the head right there. That's the thing. That's the only way I'm going to be interested in the show is to have Wanda. The synopsis on the show, bro, is that she's going to be trying to figure out how to get her powers back after Wanda sucked them out of her. Pause.
Yes.
Like, to be fair, she did it to her husband too. But but we don't need a whole fucking episode. We don't need 8 episodes to see her coming back to get her powers, dog. Like, I don't care. And the thing is, I don't even care if she has her powers. I don't care enough about Agatha to see her do anything significant. I don't want to see Agatha defeat anybody significant. It's just going to be a waste of my time. She's not a character that I want to watch push this story forward unless it has to do with Wanda. And even then, that's not enough to make a full show. Even then, that's not enough for me to want to sit there and watch a whole series. Yes. That's barely enough for a special presentation.
It's enough for like 2 episodes. Like it's a book. It's a movie. It's a book of Boba type shit. You know, where they throw Mandalorian in for 2 random fucking episodes.
It's not even like that shit, bro.
If it pertains to something in going on with Wanda, yes, I'd be down for it. But like, bro, Wanda's not even gonna be in this freaking show.
That's what.
That's
Yeah,
why I don't give a shit.
No, that's the thing. If it was Wanda heavy, if Wanda was a villain of this, or if Wanda was doing something to keep her locked down, if Wanda's presence was there, that's one thing. But if this is just a show that's going to end up being the only significant thing that we come out of it with, is that knowing that Wanda is alive, is that knowing something more about the Darkhold, that's not enough for me. That's not enough for that's not enough for 4 episodes. To me, again, just special presentation. One sit down, Wanda's alive, boom, we're back. We're good.
But that's the problem too, man, is they have a whole bunch of shit that should just be a special presentation.
Or they should just restart this shit over again, bro. Like, again, just I don't care. Push it back. Push it back. Push it back so far that if you was my barber, I want to fight you, bro. Push it back. Push it back. Look, push it back like look. We still got to talk about these other dates, man. Because again, we just talked about Daredevil. Apparently, it's been pushed back for good reason. It's been pushed back to 2025. And then Ironheart, September 2025.
Bro, these actors are gonna be freaking aged out of the role by the time these things come out. Like, what the fuck?
Look, I was an absolute big fan of Dominique Thorne. Like, I think she did a great job. I liked what I saw from her in the Fred Hampton movie as well. Like, she to me is a good actress.
Whoa, T-Rev. Whoa, T-Rev. Whoa.
T-Rev, you see this? Do you see this, T-Rev?
Whoa.
Do you see this, T-Rev? I got 4 on my head. I got a 4 head.
Shit.
It ain't 5. It ain't 6. It's a 4. It ain't no 3. It's a 4. Yeah. I'm 30. I'm a 30-year-old man with a motherfucking like this, bro. I'll take it. I'll take it when I get it, but I ain't there yet, bro. Man, these Canadians, bro. Just a Canadian got the nerve to joke, man. God.
Look, trying to have that Stephen A. Oh. Oh man.
Nah, bro. Look. But this shit, like with the Ironheart shit getting pushed back. I mean, the one thing is we do have some good Ironheart news when it comes to Ironheart about what am I doing? When it comes to Ironheart about who's going to be in it. We got some casting news about Sacha Baron Cohen joining the cast as the mystery man. Now we all know that there was rumors that he was casted as Mephisto. This tracks up with everything that we've been hearing about what's going to be going down in the show with the Red Hood. Are you interested in this show?
Not particularly, bro. I'll be honest. Look, and I like her a lot. I liked her in Black Panther. I just think like they didn't develop her character that much in there. But like, I'm not particularly excited for it. It's just another special feature to me. Like that would be a great special feature, actually.
No, I feel like I have to be interested in this show. What's going on, CC Lotus? Because it's everything that I've asked for them to do with the shows in the first place. It is. Other than we don't know if it's going to be relevant to the overarching story, but it could be relevant from what we know. It could be relevant to Armor Wars, right?
Okay. You're bringing me in a little bit.
Yeah, but what I've asked for this entire time is for them to introduce the characters in the movie before giving them a show. But get us intrigue, like introduce the characters in the movie, and then give us a show, as a vice versa, what they did with Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, but they're doing it
to push it along.
They're doing it in a weird way. Like, and what's up, Lotus? How are you, brother? But my thing, like, why aren't they doing it like they used to do? They used to have a great way to just ease you in. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did we meet Black Panther?
Yeah, in the movie.
And he had a significant role, but it wasn't the main role.
Mm-hmm.
But you establish him, and then you get a full-blown ass movie for him. That's what they need to start doing again. I don't know why that's just...
But they're just doing this with the show, and that's what I don't mind. Like, I was like, if you want to do this as a show and not a movie, that's fine. It just got to connect. It just got to connect. So
I guess it's good if they connect. It'll be fine if they connect.
and that's another question. Can she carry a show as a lead? Look, we saw this. Look, that's one of my concerns with Anthony Mackie was like every show that he's led, like I haven't really fucked with. So like that was my concern there, and like I don't know, like for a lot of people that was apparent. Like I don't think it's a very well loved show, and I don't think that's really on Anthony Mackie. I think that's more so on what happened in that show.
Yeah.
Because I think to be real, Anthony Mackie does what he does at like a military man in that show. So I gotta give in that role. So I gotta give him that at least, right? But when it comes to her, like I do have that concern. It is a bit of a concern. Like, is she seemed very kiddish. Like
She was in college.
yeah, she doesn't she seemed more like teenager vibes than like young black woman in college vibes to me. Uh it wasn't even like the grownest, like I don't know. It didn't fit. Maybe it's just her size. I don't know. But I didn't get that like strong presence vibe. It's basically what I'm saying. And like I think that was missed in Wakanda Forever because the only person who gave that lead role character vibe was Angela Bassett. And
Yeah.
we felt that.
Yeah.
And you know, Namor did his thing, like he did his, but from the main protagonist side, the only protagonist that we had in that movie to give a lead performance was her, Angela Bassett. So it hasn't been shown. I'm curious about it, Trev. That's a very good question. I don't know if they take that. I don't even know if they've really taken those things into consideration when they made these shows. It was a great point. I think I was listening to Josh earlier. I think he said it earlier when he was like, yeah, they realized like they can't do the film thing anymore, where they rely on fixing these shows with post production. Like you gotta fix it early on. It's not like
costs too much money.
Yeah, so it's the same shit here. Like I think they didn't think this thing out with it, and you do have to have someone that can carry a whole entire show. But with that being said, like I do hope they are going to take advantage of this time, man. Justin, like, what do you think? Do you think they're going to use this time to make the show better?
I hope so, but here's my thing too. Like, I'll say this with what's her name that played Riri?
Dominique Thorne.
I didn't get to see enough of her in Wakanda Forever, and not only that, bro, I was balling through that damn movie too much to be really wondering, like really paying attention to her. I'm gonna be honest, I was. So I'm not gonna judge her yet on that. And the same thing with Anthony Mackie. Like, dude, there's underlying issues with that whole fucking show. Like, there's reasons why I do not like that show, and he's not the reason why. Like, he played his part the way it was written, and so did Sebastian Stan. But it's like
Sebastian Stan put in a better performance in it.
I mean, bro, they wrote some cringe shit. That's my main issue right now with a lot of these shows.
I didn't cringe with Bucky though in that show.
Because no, I didn't either. But like, I guess a lot of the main cringe lines are written for
Sam
Anthony. Well, yeah. So that's not on it. That's not on him.
That's not on him. Like, I don't know how you could have. Maybe they wanted him to deliver that better, right?
Because like that fucking speech at the end, bro. That
wasn't on him, bro. Anybody could have gave that speech and it would have been cringe as fuck.
It was so cringe, man. Like, and this is why I'm glad they're hopefully taking a little seat back on this culture war stuff. Because look, bro, I know we all, you and me are brothers. We know what's going on with our community. We know what's going down with our people. We don't need a reminder in every show that we're fucking in some type of trouble or some shit. We don't need it. I mean, once or twice.
I kind of like it when, I know I love my white folks, but I kind of like it when they don't understand my plight. I kind of like it. I like being able to say, you don't understand. Now this shit everywhere.
I mean, like, you're not changing someone's mind in a fucking show either. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
They're gonna do is make it worse for me. God damn.
Oh man. But yeah, and then COVID did suck a lot of the air out of that show too. So that was right at the.
I would say when it comes back to Dominique Thorne and like what they did with her in the show in the movie, she didn't even really have any substantial lines in that movie.
None.
A lot of her lines were like, "Woo, whoa, oh shit," like that type of shit. It wasn't no like. There was never really any moments. I think she
She
had
gave
one
one
moment
heartfelt moment with the
after she died.
car at the end.
Yeah, that was a little bit more heartfelt, but it was still light. Like it when and the movie was over.
It was light. Yeah, it
That
was
was like
light.
but that was like her most. But I think she did say something about after the queen died and she was talking with Shuri. I think she did
Yeah.
say something to her there, and that was more kind of there. But other than that, bro, they didn't give her a lot to work with.
Yeah. So
They
I mean,
definitely
like,
didn't give her a
this
lot
is
to
a
work with.
test. This is gonna be a test to see if she can, be in a highlight of a movie, I guess. So
Yeah. So with that being said, let's get into our rundown.
let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
Oh, all right. So let's get it on here. Yo, so the first up on the rundown, what you want to talk about today? I'm gonna give you 3 topics. Ah, damn, I lost my last one. I'm gonna give you 3 topics here to talk about, and you just pick the one that you want to run on, and then we'll go
All right,
from
let's
there.
get it.
All right, first up, Miss Marvel the Marvels ticket sales are coming out pretty soon. I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the box office? Do you think Loki's going to help the box office? Do you think this movie is going to be worth watching? Let's talk about the Marvels for a few minutes here and really just get into what you think about it. That's option number 1. We have option number 2 here, and I'm going to bring the screen up. We have option number 2. It was announced way back for Spider-Man freshman year when the pictures came out that Norman Osborn was going to indeed be a black man. But it seemed like everybody forgot because once this picture came out, everybody was pissed off. People were talking about it again. I don't think it's a big deal. It's multiversal, like it's cartoon, like they ain't doing this shit. And if you've been paying attention, I'll get into that later if you choose it. But anyway, like thoughts on this, on people being pissed off on that. And then the last thing, oh damn it, did I lose my last thing? And then the last thing, did I lose it? Oh fuck. I lost you know what? I lost my last thing, Justin. So if you have a last topic, then neither one of those 2 topics gets you. You have one that you want to go off on.
Wait,
I'll
you
leave it
don't
to
remember
you.
it at all either?
I don't remember it at all.
Oh God. Okay. To be real, Black Norman.
Black Norman.
Black Norman, man.
Black Norman. All right, let's talk about Black Norman. What's your thoughts on Black Norman?
Look, since it isn't a cartoon, I really don't care. I'll be honest. Why he look gangsta as fuck though, bro?
My
Loki
man,
swagged
yeah.
out. Swagged
I don't
out.
think
You know
hate on
what?
this, bro.
That's what I was about to say. Look, man. Nice little fade. Parts. Look, you know what? We might have to find it because I actually don't have too much of a problem with this one. It's not that bad. It's just one of those issues where it's like it's another one of those times where if you do it live action, then I'm like, bro, you're just doing another thing where you're setting up a black person for a rough time.
Yep.
So, people need to get over it. It's fucking a multiversal thing. Like, come on now.
I think it's fine, bro. I absolutely think it's fine. Like you said, it's multiversal. And to be real, even if it was in live action, like I'm at the point now with Sony, they're doing whatever the fuck they want to do with these characters, dog. Like if people pay attention to what Sony has done with these villains, you think about Doc Ock, across the Spider-Verse, into the Spider-Verse, whatever, female. If you think about Doc Ock and for Spidey and his amazing friends,
Bro,
female.
yeah, they have
They're
amazing
gonna
shit.
yeah, but they're gonna have Doc Ock and this be male again. Like the whole point, they're gonna be making these changes. Like they play on the multiverse very well. We see it with the Spider-Man. Like all the Spider-Men are different. You got different races. I mean, again, I guess they're not Peter Parker. I haven't seen a black Peter Parker, but
Yeah, same.
you have different Spider-Man out there, right? So all that to say, like, I have no issue with this either. It looks good, and at the end of the day, it's all about the fucking story. Nobody gives a damn as long as the story is good. Nobody gives a damn. Now, what I will touch on, Justin, what do you think about this having some tidbits in it that connects? Because this is an MCU project that connects what's happening with the Spider-Verse stuff to this.
They can't do that.
They can't.
Reason why I say is we just got out of we just got out of Ahsoka, and one of the main problems with Ahsoka that the normies are saying is, why do I have to go watch and do research to know about the show? That's gonna be 10 times worse if you do it in this. But it's probably not 10 times worse, but it'll be pretty equivalent. No one's like, we still have this stigma on cartoon stuff, bro.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to know what the fuck's going on because they're not going to go see no cartoons.
But it's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's not Miles Morales Spider-Man. It's not the Across the Spider-Verse, which, again, you're about to trigger me, man. Okay.
But look, here's my thing. I'm not saying they connect the whole time, but you get to the end, and my man gets pulled in the post-credit scene to the top, to the spider lobby. That's what I mean as far as it don't gotta be like connected, but it's like when you watch Across the Spider-Verse and you see his version of Spider-Man, you can just know who it is. I ain't saying there's gotta be like a major, like a must watch in that type of saga that they're doing over there.
They don't need to have anything. They don't need to have anything significant to the storyline. Yeah.
I was just like confirmation. Even like we kind of got the confirmation when we saw the timeline in Across the Spider-Verse. But if they would use this show to make it, it would be the first thing under Marvel Studios that reaches across the line. To go over there to them. I think.
I guess my second question is this is a straight up Marvel, not Sony.
Yeah. Straight up Marvel. It's on Disney Plus.
Well, then what is Sony working on right now?
Sony does movies. So Disney has the rights to the TV shows.
I know they're working on movies, but like what?
Oh, what are they doing now though?
Yeah.
They got Kraven the Hunter coming out mid, and then why
are we not canceling that?
And then you got Madam Web coming out.
Why are we not canceling that?
Because that could be the only way Madam Web could be interesting is if you see a Peter Parker in the spider suit. I think they're going to use Madam Web to be, if you think about what between Infinity War and Endgame, and you got Ant-Man and you got Ms. Marvel. I mean, you got Captain Marvel. I think Madam Web is going to be marketed as.
Is that really supposed to come out 2/14/24? No, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it actually is. Wait, is it? Is it that soon? But see, I think my whole point was I think it's gonna be marketed as that movie in between these two movies that you got to see to understand the web of life and destiny and shit.
All right,
I think the web of life and destiny shit would be explained through that.
Let me roll up the sleeves a little bit. Hold on.
Oh, you found your juice.
So they're going to promise us. Right? When we walked out that movie theater, out of that amazing movie, the movie that I love so much, Across the Spider-Verse, right? That was the last one. Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse.
See you, Trev.
We move from there to saying, oh yeah, in exactly a year, y'all are gonna get Beyond the Spider-Verse. I know they saw the reactions to that, right? People are losing their fucking shit, knowing that this is a to be continued and no one can wait for this. They are working on instead, they're putting assets to Madam Web, Kraven. Why? That is so dumb. Like I just don't get it. Well, tell me why, please. Tell me why. Please.
You said it. It's so fucking dumb, and that's what Sony is. Sony is so fucking dumb. The best thing that if Sony was smart, they would have made this deal with Marvel, bro. Sony would have themselves entrenched in gaming deals. You know what I mean? Like to have an exclusive right to nobody else. There's nowhere else you can go to play Marvel games other than the Apple Store and other than on a PlayStation 5.
Dude, oh my gosh, bro. I'm getting tired of this part where we as consumers have to be smarter than the freaking people that are running this thing. Like, why are we able to come up with better ideas on how they should be running shit than they are? You're telling me there's
It's
not
money, bro.
smart people? You're telling me that wouldn't
It's
make a
money.
shit ton of money?
It would.
Oh my gosh.
But it's money and pride. They want to do it on their own.
That's so dumb.
That's
so
all.
dumb.
That's all it is. That's all it is doing it on their own. Now, I had this theory that they were building up everything in this Spider-Man universe in order for like them to have their own Sony universe, right? Like they were planning to leave the MCU at the end of everything they built up with the Spider-Man, and they would go on their own way. It doesn't feel that way anymore. Like I think they woke up and came to their senses, bro, to have it into play. But I'm absolutely with you.
That's so dumb.
I'm absolutely with you. Don't waste my time.
It's just I do because I absolutely love that freaking movie. We have to wait probably now at this point. We're gonna have to wait till 2026 to get a freaking
but there's
beyond.
There's a possibility. Let's be real. There's a possibility that they put some juice in this movie. Is there anything they can put in this movie to make it kind of work?
No, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I really just don't care. I want to see what's gonna happen with
Ghost Spider.
No, I don't care.
Not that it's rumored or nothing.
I don't care.
Not another live action Peter Parker.
Unless it's Tom Holland, I don't care.
But if it is Tom Holland,
if it's Tom Holland, then fine. They should Sony should only be working on 3 things. Toby, well, not. I mean, we're going 4. We'll go 4 things, okay? Shut up. Anything with Toby or Andrew, we'll say that.
Yeah.
Then they need to be working on Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Miles Morales and whatever's going on in Beyond the Spider-Verse with Gwen and all that.
Yeah.
That right there should be a fucking priority, by the way. Well, those 2 should be a priority. Those 2 should be priority.
Prioritito.
And then games. Like bro.
In what?
Games.
Oh, games. Like, games, yeah.
Spider-Man 2's coming out. Awesome. I am so hyped. But the thing is that, like, I have to get my freaking Spider-Man fix from a game. Why? It's just annoying, bro.
There are 4 things that they can do here. There's only 4 things because they did want to build it up to have these villain shows, right? That's why you got Kraven the Hunter. That's why you had Morbius. That's why you got Venom. That's because they wanted to build it up to where they could have the villains. But the thing is, all they got is Spider-Man in his villains. It's not like they got Spider-Man and the Hulk and this shit. You got one fucking character at Sony that people actually want to watch it for, and that's Spider-Man. And you got lucky that they created Miles Morales, and that just falls under your umbrella because now you got 2. But I'm telling you, that's all you got. I'm telling you, if you try to make a Gwen Stacy movie, it ain't gonna be there like you think it is, bro. Right? Like, do you agree with that? Like, do you think
it's gonna do?
It's not gonna be what they think it would be. They would think it would be on the level of Miles, and they think it would be on the level of Peter Parker, but it wouldn't. To me, it won't be at that level.
Daniel,
El Muerto, fuck right, the Muerto.
Oh my gosh!
Like, bro, like, they are the dumbest folks in town. If you want to think about DC, if you want to think about Star Wars, the things that they do over there at Sony, the funny thing is they got one thing right. If Star Wars got the Mandalorian, if DC had Peacemaker for whatever the fuck that shit is worth, Sony Marvel had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's what they got. That's all they got, and that's all they can rock with. It's no more than that. It's no more than that they can go with. So to me, it is Tom Holland Spider-Man. It is Miles Morales in Across the Spider-Verse. It is a live action Miles Morales. And it is the video games as well. Those are my 4.
Which live action needs to be introduced just like they used to introduce just like they introduced Black Panther. They need to
Well,
in the next Spider-Man, they need to introduce him.
well, this is if Sony wants to do it. Like if Sony wants to have control of what they're doing, like if Sony wants to go back to do what they're doing, then like I'm fine with even giving us a Miles Morales universe of live action. Like if Miles Morales ain't gonna be in the MCU, but it's like tied in through the multiverse, and he's just in another he's in Sony's universe of the multiverse. I can live with that if it's Miles Morales and if it slaps. But I'm not going to be interested in seeing the villains. I would be interested to go see something that's not directly in MCU canon if it's Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially since like Craven's gonna be in this next game. Like, why are y'all wanting to build a freaking movie off of Craven? Like, that's so dumb to me. That's just
they did with him too.
Do what?
The changes they made. The changes they made to him and his story.
Oh, yeah,
making
bro.
him like stand up for animals and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Nah. But look,
So stupid.
I didn't know it was gonna get there. But to me, that was the best part of the fucking show tonight.
Man, like that always gets me a little sent. It always sends me just
look. If you dig deep enough, you will strike gold. Hey, that's what we did. But look, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because this is 11:40 Eastern Standard Time, and your boy is tired, and we got a watch party tomorrow night at 8:30. Get in here at 8:30 because we got the watch party tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
We're dropping at 9. Your boy is hype. Your boy is ecstatic. Let's see what's going to be coming out in this episode. And best believe, right after that episode, I plan to do. Y'all look, I got it out last time. I fucking did it. I got my video out.
Yeah.
In 2 days. I did that shit. I said I was gonna do it. I did it, and we're gonna do this shit again. So look out for that theory video coming out Monday. We will be streaming at 8:30 here on the Nerds Underground, talking about Loki, talking about our theories, our parting theories, and what we're thinking of episode 2, and just being us, doing our show, doing our thing here on Monday at 8:30. So you want to make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when we're streaming. Justin, any parting shots?
Hey, look, it should be a fun time tomorrow. I can't wait. Look, this Loki season is incredible. It's crazy that it had to take 2 freaking years to come out, but we're here. No complaints. Let's get it going. Join us tomorrow because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Join us tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Like as always, much love. Thank y'all for hanging out here, and I hope y'all have an awesome and wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow because you don't want to miss it. See you later.
Peace.